Good afternoon, B-class students. It's your Uncle William back again after a long time. And today we're going to do Unit 11. Work it out. Okay, so today we're going to look at modals and vocabulary. It wasn't on the midterm, but it might be on the final. Idioms and proverbs. Take a look at this man here. How do you think he feels? He doesn't look very happy, does he? What's wrong? What do you think? Maybe he lost something, right? Car keys, maybe? Okay, let's go to the next page. And let's listen to the conversation between Bruno and Kayla.
Unit 11, page 70, conversation.
I can't find my keys. Have you seen them?
No. Have you looked in your jacket?
Yes, I have. They're not there.
Well, they might be in the kitchen, on top of the fridge. That's where you sometimes put them.
I know, but they're not there either.
They could be in the living room, I suppose, near the TV.
They can't be there. I haven't been into the living room since I came back home.
Well, I don't know then. Did you leave them in the car?
I can't have left them in the car. I locked the car when I got out.
Hey, wait a minute. There they are. They're still in the front door.
Oh, I must have left them there when I came in.
Honestly, you'd forget your own head if it wasn't screwed on.
Do you ever do that? Leave your keys in the door? I've done that a few times. Okay, let's take a look a little closer at this conversation. And we can see some modals. We can see could, can't again, must have. So these are called modals. Let's take another look here in the language box.
Unit 11, page 70, language box.
The keys might be in the kitchen. They could be in the living room. He can't have left them in the car. He must have left them in the front door.
Okay. So let's take a closer look at these modals. Might be, could be, can't have left, must have left. Notice how when we use have, we're talking about the past. Okay. Let's take a look here on page 112. Modals of deduction. We use the modals must, may, might, could, and can't to make deductions. To make about the present, we use modal and the infinitive. Remember, the infinitive verb is just the base form. Okay. She must be. They might arrive. And to make deductions about the past, we use modal plus have plus the past participle. Not the infinitive, the past participle. I must have forgotten to lock the door. What does this look like? Have forgotten. Right, the present perfect. Okay. And it's like the present perfect plus the modal. We could have been hurt in the car accident. Okay. Been is the past participle of be. Forgotten, the past participle of forget. Forget, forgot, forgotten. And we use must to talk about things we think are true. She must be very pleased. That means I'm sure she must be very pleased. I'm sure she is very pleased. She must be. Okay. We use can't to talk about things we think are not true. You can't be 40. You look so young. So a lot of people say to me, because I look so young. We use may, might, and could to talk about things we think are probably true. Paul may call later. It might rain this afternoon. He could be upstairs. That means we're not absolutely sure, but we think it's probably true, 75%. May, might, and could have similar meanings. And when we make deductions about the past, couldn't and can't have the same meaning. Okay. I don't believe you. James can't have said that. Usually we just use can't for present tense, right? But for these ones, deductions, we can use can't for past. I don't believe you. You can't have said that. Or James couldn't have said that. Complete this conversation using the correct verbs in parentheses. And, must, can't, or might. So stop your video and do that. Okay, let's take a look at the answers. Okay, so let's take a closer look here. She loves swimming, so she might have gone to the beach. That means I'm not totally sure, but probably sure. 75%, 75%. She might have gone. And have and past participle means past tense. Okay? Must have had, past tense. And I'm sure. We use must because we're sure. She must have had lessons. Okay? Can't be, present tense. Must be, present tense. You must be exhausted. I'm sure you're exhausted. Okay? Might have gone. Past tense. Probably true. Can't be. Present tense. Might be. Present tense. Must have cost. Past tense. And I'm sure. It's a Jaguar. Jaguars are like very expensive cars. Mercedes-Benz, Audi, BMW, Jaguar, Ferrari, Lamborghini. Okay. Circle the correct answers. All right, go ahead and stop your video and do that. Okay, let's take a look. Oops, went too far. Okay, must be. See, it's the middle of the winter. You know, in the middle of the winter is around January, December, Christmas time. Must be very cold. Jenny is terrible at volleyball. Terrible means very bad. She can't be on the team. All right. Let's go back to vocabulary. And I didn't do vocabulary on the midterm, but you may see it on the final. These are all proverbs, expressions we use in America. So stop your video. You can use your dictionary and do those. Okay, let's take a look. All right, let's just do a few of them. Start over is 8. Go back to square 1. Okay. What about this one? I'm on top of the world. That means you're really happy. All right. G. Eat like a horse. Sometimes I like to eat like a horse. What does that mean? I like to eat a lot. Okay. You're seeing red. What does that mean? Everything is red. That means you're angry. Okay. And let's do one more. This cost an arm and a leg. A Ferrari cost an arm and a leg. It's very expensive. Costs a lot of money. Okay. Before you listen, try to complete this conversation with the modal and one of these words. Okay? So stop your video and do that. Okay, let's take a look at the answers. Oh, well, actually, let's listen to it first. That's better, right?
Unit 11, page 71, real life exchange.
Do you know where Tom is?
I have no idea. He might be at the library.
No, he can't be there. It's closed today.
Oh, I know. There's a ball game. He must have gone to the game.
But that ended ages ago. He should be here by now. I don't know what could have happened to him.
Don't worry. He might have stopped for lunch on the way back.
No, he couldn't have done that. He took sandwiches with him to the game.
Maybe he was still hungry. You know he eats like a horse.
Okay. Did you get those answers? If you did, I think you'll do really well on that part of the test. Okay, complete these conversations with these phrases. These are more expressions here. With modals. Okay, so let's stop your video and try to do those. Okay, let's listen.
Unit 11, page 71, strategy.
I had to tell Carrie that her dog had died.
Oh no, that can't have been easy.
I lost over $300 in a card game last night.
That's unbelievable. You can't be serious.
After walking for 6 hours, we eventually got to the top of the mountain.
Wow, you must have been exhausted.
Guess what? My wife's just had a baby.
That's great. You must be really happy.
I'm going to go skydiving.
That's crazy. You could be killed.
I climbed that big tree in the park, you know.
That was dangerous. You might have hurt yourself.
Okay. Did you get those? Those might be on the test, might not, but always good to know. And finally, let's end it off on page 123. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. And we're on unit 11, I think. Okay. Listen to the pronunciation of have in these sentences. Notice how have doesn't sound like she can't have heard the news. It sounds like She can't have heard the news. Okay? So listen to it.
Unit 11, page 123, pronunciation.
She can't have heard the news. I must have forgotten. We could have been killed. He couldn't have said that. You might have told me.
Okay, did you hear that? Good. So listen to that again. Practice those a few times. And I'll leave you off there for today. Have a safe and happy weekend. And I'll see you next week. Uncle William signing out.